Hello students, it's Miss Devon. I'm here to give you a tour of all the new fruit trees and bushes and vegetables that we planted over the summer and last spring. So over the last 6 months, we've been putting a lot of cool new trees and bushes onto the grounds at Bancroft. So if you look around, you can tell we're here at the front of the school right now. And this is the first tree I want to show you. We have 12 of these around the school. This one is 12 of these fig trees. This is a fig tree. And in fact, this tree is already getting some figs. I thought it would take a whole year, but you can see that they're starting to grow. When they're ripe, they're going to be about this big and they're going to be purple. So they're definitely not ready yet. But these are figs, and we have 12 of these trees around the school right now. That leads me to the job that you guys are going to have today. The one thing I want you to do when this is over is I want you to make me some signs to go with all of our new trees and bushes. So just choose one tree or bush and make a sign, something like this. I'm going to give you an example at the end. All right? Hey, this is a good time. You can meet some of the farmers that helped us put in the trees.
Hi.
Hi. This is Wesley and this is Kate.
Hey.
Say hello, students.
Hi, students.
Hello, students.
So they helped put in some of the fig trees and the other things we're going to see on this tour over the last 6 months during the quarantine. Looks like they're coming here to do a little work right now.
Now we're going to plant cover crops over there because there's an area where the soil's not so hot. So we thought we'd put these plants in that sort of grow. It's peas and what else is in here? Oats, and it improves the soil's fertility.
Awesome. It'll also keep the weeds down.
Right.
All right. Thank you. We're going to keep seeing what else you guys planted.
Thanks. We were just admiring all the signage. So
Yeah, it's so validating.
All right. Here we go. So nothing right here. This is still a bunch of milkweed we planted a couple of years ago. That's for the butterflies. That's nothing new though. The next thing we're going to come upon up here at the corner are blackberry bushes. Luckily, these are thornless blackberries, so no one's going to get hurt when they pick them. The bad part is we're not going to have blackberries until next spring. You got to wait a while until you can actually get the fruit usually. That's why that fig is so exciting. So I don't want you to come back here if you're looking around just yet, because these are just babies. But if you look in here, these are blackberry bushes. And this is the fruit that it's going to make. They're delicious. They're a lot like raspberries. If you ever had a raspberry, blackberry is pretty much the same thing, just a different color. And these are blackberry bushes. There's 3 of them right here. This fence will come down once these blackberry bushes are all grown up. And when they're grown up, they're going to be about this big and about this wide. So we'll be able to get lots of blackberries in the springtime. All right, so far we have figs and we have blackberries that have been planted. All right, follow me and I'll show you what we have next. There's another fig hidden in there. 2 more figs back there. There's one right there. All right. Also in here, we planted lots of strawberries. Hi, Elise.
Hi.
There's one of our students. Say. So we planted lots of strawberries. Have you been checking out the plants? That's good. That's what everyone should be doing, students. Come by, check out the plants. So one more time. In here, we planted a bunch of strawberries. Pan over that. All those leaves there that you see with 3 leaves together, those are strawberry plants. And we should have lots of strawberries also in the springtime. Usually June for strawberries, sometimes May, sometimes July. And also over here, we also have 1 blackberry bush in here too. You can see there's also a sign here that says blackberry. So we have a blackberry bush back there. Actually 2, I see another one back there. So strawberries, blackberries, and figs all in here. All right, follow me. We keep walking. So this is the street that leads down to Rock Creek Park, and the community garden, and the end of Bancroft. We have one blackberry bush in there. This is if you walk to the little kids' garden, or the little kids' playground. It's right in this way. So that's where we are now, next to the little kids' playground. You can see 1, 2 fig trees. We're gonna see, there's the gate to the little kids' playground. That's where we are. Keep walking. Ooh, if you look in here, we have lots of strawberries here again. This is someplace we could use a sign for strawberries to go in here to let people know we have strawberries growing. Here's another blackberry bush. And back behind there is something called asparagus. If you look back, you can see these ferny like leaves. That's called asparagus. Follow me down here. I'm going to show you an asparagus sign. Asparagus grows straight out of the ground, and you eat the tips of the stems. Just the very tips that come up in the springtime. I'm going to show you one right down here. So this is pictures of asparagus. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the ground. And when you're ready to harvest, you just cut those tips off. But this is what the plant looks like once it started to grow. On here, I'm going to put a new sign next to this asparagus that says, "Do not harvest yet." We're going to put that on here because asparagus needs to grow for 1 whole year before you can cut it. So right now, even if you found some asparagus to eat, you shouldn't cut it yet because they have to grow up. Right now, these are just baby asparagus plants. You don't want to cut them, you don't want to hurt them because they're just starting to grow. So it says, "Do not harvest yet." But next spring, hopefully we will have lots of asparagus to cut. And we will talk about how to do that. Oh, here, Jack, take a look at this one. There we go. So this is what it looks like when it comes up. And this is the type of thing you can eat. So you can cut right here and eat that. But we're not going to do it yet because they're just baby asparagus plants and we have to give them some time to eat or to grow before we eat them. Whew. All right. One last tree down here, and then we're going to say goodbye until we get to the other side of the garden. This is a tree I'm very excited about. It's a native tree. You can see these growing in Rock Creek Park sometime. They are called persimmons. This one's just baby still, but it is going to grow to be about, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet tall, and it has these cool orange fruits that are called persimmons. If you eat them before they're ripe, they are super sour and chalky and terrible. But if you pick them when they're ripe, they are juicy and delicious. And one of my favorite fruits, but they're super rare to find. So I'm excited that we're going to have, I think we have 3 of these trees planted right in this area here. So hopefully in a year, maybe 2, we'll have persimmon to try. So one more time, this is a persimmon tree. All right, so I'm gonna say goodbye from this side of the garden. I'm gonna say hello again once we walk back over to the other side. Goodbye for now. All right, hello students, here we are on the other side of school, just down from the soccer field. And inside of this fence, we have a lot of food growing. Nothing that you can eat this year, but in the springtime, hopefully lots. This is a pawpaw tree. Pawpaw tree. It's native to the area. It can grow in Rock Creek Park, and it makes the most delicious fruits. They taste a lot like a mango. So this tree I'm very excited for because the fruits are delicious and also it's native. So that means that the birds and creatures from Rock Creek Park are going to want to come and see it too. All right, let's move on and see what else we have in here. Here's a lot more of the asparagus that I was talking about. Remember, this is just baby asparagus, so we're not going to pick it until next spring. All right. Oh, I think this is a tiny pawpaw tree. Yeah. Be careful of that. Well, you know what? One thing I need is I need someone to make us a sign to keep that tree safe. Over here we have a bunch of blackberries. That should give us lots of fruit in the springtime. And here on our way out is one more pawpaw tree. Not this old stick, but this little plant right down there. This is the pawpaw tree. This is just the sign telling you where it is. All right, we're gonna say goodbye from this area, but if you come back here, I need you to walk very carefully. Watch where you step. There are weeds in here. There's a little path, but make sure you don't step on any of our food that's growing. All right, bye-bye for now. All right, hello students. Here we are back at the school garden. And I'm gonna review a little bit and tell you what I would like for you to do to help us out. So first of all, we saw all the new trees and shrubs and permanent vegetables that are growing around the school. We have figs and blackberries and strawberries and asparagus and persimmon, and the last one is the pawpaw. So that's a lot of new plants. So they're all new to Bancroft, so I would like you guys to help me to make signs for each one of them. I made some with the photos that you saw to help us identify which is which, but I want you to go around and find the plant. I would like you to draw the leaf, and if you can, look up on the internet what the fruit will look like. So let's go one more time. I want you to draw a picture that has the leaf of the plant. Try to look up what the fruit will look like. So the fig fruit or the strawberries or the pawpaw or the persimmon, and draw that as well. So this is what figs look like. Write the name in English and write the name in Spanish. And this will be a sign that we can use to put next to our plants. When you do this, this is an ask. This is not an assignment. You don't have to do this. But if you want to, draw your picture of one of those 6 plants and draw the leaf, draw the fruit, and put it in this bin right inside our garden bench. All right, that's where I want the signs to go. Alrighty. On my Canvas page, I'll make sure that I have a page that lists all the plants that we talked about today. And also this is recorded, so if you want to go back and look again at the plants to decide which one you want to do, you can just rewind and check it out that way. All right. I have one surprise for you at home, so I'm going to say goodbye for now, and you'll see the surprise at the end of this video. Okay, bye-bye. Students, so we have an exciting new friend. I found this friend when I was walking my dog laying on the sidewalk, and it was very cold and afraid. And so I picked him up and took him home because he was just a baby. So what I found was a baby squirrel. His eyes are not even open yet. He must have fallen out of his nest. And I knew that he wouldn't be able to survive on his own because they only drink milk, their mother's milk at this age, and his eyes aren't even open. Can you tell that his eyes aren't open yet? See, look at that. He's still such a baby that the eyes have not even opened yet. So what we decided to do here at my house is bring him home for probably 2 months while we feed him and keep him safe, and then we'll let him go back outside with all the other squirrels once his eyes are open and he can eat real food. But right now, we have to feed him about 4 times a day, sometimes 5. And we had to figure out what you can feed a baby squirrel that normally just drinks its mother's milk. So we went on the internet to a squirrel rescue site, and they said to feed baby squirrels a mixture of, and that's what this is. He's nibbling at my fingers, he's so hungry. So I'm gonna start feeding him while I tell you what's in here. So you feed baby squirrels a mixture of goat milk, plain yogurt, heavy cream, and an egg yolk. Isn't that an interesting combination? And that combo is the closest we can get to what mother squirrel's milk is like. And you can tell that I'm feeding him here with a syringe, kind of like how you give infants and babies medicine. You squirt the medicine into their mouth. That's what we do here for this squirrel. They say not to use a bottle, but to use one of these. And you can tell he does a very good job of drinking from it, right? He holds on to it just like a little baby would. So now this one's gone. He's gonna be mad for a second, and I'm gonna give him one more. It's okay, baby, here we go. We've been calling him Charlie because when I was a kid, my aunt always named her squirrels Charlie. So this is Charlie, our baby squirrel. I will be showing you updates every week about how he's growing. My guess is next week his eyes will be open. But I don't know for sure. This is my first time ever taking care of a baby squirrel. Right now, he eats about every 4 hours, and then he mostly sleeps. We have him sleeping in this box here that is filled with old t-shirts and old sheets that he likes to burrow in. So just like a nest where he would burrow under all the leaves and things that are in the nest, he likes to get into the t-shirts and hide. Let me give you one more good view of him, then I'm gonna let him go back to sleep. So you can tell he's got a long tail. He's furry. He probably will get some more fur as he gets a little bit older. He's got cute little ears, little whiskers. He's starting to get baby teeth. I think he just has his bottom teeth right now. And he's very good at moving around even though he can't see, as you can tell. There we go. This is Charlie, our baby squirrel. He will come and say hello to you again next week. We'll see if his eyes have opened by then, and I'll let you know how his eating is going. All right. And this box is where we're keeping him. While he can't see, he would have definitely stayed in his mother's nest the entire time. So this is the best place for him to be while his eyes are still closed. When he gets a little older, we're gonna put him into a bigger cage that he can play in and learn how to act like a squirrel. But at this age, they still would stay in their nest all the time. So this box is just like a nest for our baby squirrel. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.